welcome to Amateur Dota 2 League Season 3. My name is Berkeley, joining me is Rock, and we are 4 States Casting. So now we're bringing you Game 2 of Intrust in Toto versus Lazy Pandas, and we're straight into the draft for the second match here. And we've come off some really exciting matches so far from AD2L this Season 3. Today is the first day of this amateur tournament here in Europe, so we're seeing some incredible Dota being played from these amateur teams wanting to really make a dent in this competitive Dota scene.
Oh, man, it's fantastic. G'day everyone, I'm Rock. Yeah, look, the games we just saw were just explosive and really high quality, really high skills. So really exciting to watch, and I'm excited about this game too.
For sure, and an Invoker initial ban with the nerf to the Forged Spirits and the buff to the EMP means that we're seeing much more of a Quas Wex teamfight Invoker build being chosen, and he's pretty standard now as a mid for the current meta. And we have the Nature's Prophet ban also coming from Intrust in Toto, or IT as I'll refer to them, and an offlane Nature's Prophet really popular, still with that Rat Dota, and the jungling Nature's Prophet has really dropped off for in favour for the current amateur and professional scene.
Yeah, and you mainly see him more as an offlane role, but still he's a bucket of I don't want to play against, and it seems like Invoker's the same. So many teams are just like saying, no, I don't want to buy of it, and we're seeing these other bands like Bristleback and a few of these others that were top tier bands not even getting picked or banned in the first round now. So we're kind of seeing the change in the evolution of the new meta, directly in front of our eyes.
Pick.
Yeah, and speaking of evolution, Lion as a #1 pick. That is something that you do not see very often, and I wonder if at last in a competitive scene we're going to be seeing an Aghanims Lion, because I really want to see an Aghs Lion absolutely owned in a professional and even amateur setting.
I couldn't agree with you more, and they picked him first, and Intrust in Toto has gone and picked up Meepo. Now, I'm not sure if they realise, or maybe they just don't care that they've got a Lion, but Lion, with that new upgrade that he's had in the recent patch, he can now do massive burst damage in an AoE as opposed to just a single target with his ultimate now. So all of those little Meepos, we're going to have to run. We could have some barbecue Meepos coming our way.
5 seconds.
Even if he only pops the ult on one, that's, if he's got an accepted, that's 1,000 damage to one single target. And I don't know how tanky you're going to be building your Meepos, but I don't know if you're going to be able to stand up to that, because you've got a stun to follow, you've got a Hex. I mean, Lion is just built for single target focus.
Sure. And you've got basically the Ice Zeus as well, with just raining down ultimates with Ancient Apparition. Just, hey there, see you having a fight. How about a little bit of an ulti to help you with that?
Oh, you have mech? You have mech Meepo? Oh, have fun trying to pop that.
I hear you guys like to heal.
Not today.
If anyone wonders what we're joking about, AA's amazing ultimate stops you healing for a good 10 seconds or something, so it's just such a powerful skill.
Yeah, and we see the Mirana pickup, which is a very, very common and good first choice, I feel, because you can run Mirana as a support, you can run her as a mid, you can even run her as a solo offlane to get some farm. So, I mean, you can even run her as a safe lane farmer. So she is one of the most versatile heroes you can choose in the Dota 2 hero pool.
Yeah, extremely versatile, and speaking about versatile too, Viper. Viper's also another one of these versatile characters that is getting picked more and more, either as a nice solid mid that is going to make life hell for the other mid, or we've seen him more as an offlaner, solo, or sometimes even as a farming carry. So he's also quite
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they run him, and where they put the Meepo is going to be pretty key, I feel, because if they misplay and put the Meepo in a bad lineup against, like, if they manage to tee up against the Viper with that Meepo is just going to get owned.
Yep, well, that's it. So they're going to have a tough time trying to put him somewhere, but depending on what they pick, they might get a couple of roaming supports or some heavy duty supports to keep him alive, possibly a Dazzle or an Omni Knight or something. Now let's look at these bans. So once again, these big bands coming out with the Timbersaw and the Weaver for Entrust with Toto, and that's Entrust and Toto, sorry, and you know they're classic bands. Once again,
Looks like we
pretty
lost
big
one.
offlane bands there, and then Odie and a
Radiant's pick.
Druid. Now Odie very popular. Lone Druid's kind of gone out of favour a little bit lately, hasn't he? So interesting. They might be purposely banning in order to really affect some of Toto's skillful players. Maybe they're banning some of the characters that they know that the other team can play, or maybe they just don't want to deal with a Lone Druid.
Yeah, well, considering how
10
squishy the two
seconds to
supports
go.
are, both AA and Lion, if you get a Lone Druid with a Radiance up on his bear, both these supports are just going to melt in a second. So, so I see the thoughts, but you're absolutely right in terms that he's, in the current meta, really dropped out of favour.
Yeah. We used to see him quite a lot, especially with the likes of Admiral Bulldog. You know, he used to love doing offlane, very powerful Lone Druid. So yeah, we haven't seen that really. But as a pickup, we've seen the Jug. So a really, really powerful early to mid game carry there.
10 seconds to
New
go.
minute going, probably see a Scepter Rush and then a Desolator. So he's going to be dealing
5
out a lot of
seconds.
damage with that ultimate. Now you pair that with the Ancient Apparition anti-heal AoE.
Reserve time.
That's a lot of burst damage there, and then whatever Lion can dish out on top of that. So I like that Juggernaut pickup.
And you've got the magic extra bonus damage from Ancient Apparition that's going to be going on the Jug as well for his right click, Omni Slash. So yeah, really meshing well this Ancient Apparition pick. And Silk, one of our casters here at Four States, is he believes that Ancient Apparition is one of the most underrated supports in the game because he has so
10 seconds
many
to go.
skills that bring to a great team fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ability.
And we've
5
seen
seconds.
him, you know, he was banned out in last games, wasn't he? And then picked in this one. So
Reserve time.
yeah, coming back into popular, and he hasn't had any changes, has he? I think he's been left alone in the recent
No.
patch. So very cool. So maybe the game's changing to bring him more in favour, as opposed to him changing to be more in favour with the game.
Yeah, and you see that a fair bit in Dota, in that when a particular hero gets nerfed and falls out of favor, sometimes people don't go for the ones that have been buffed, but rather go for ones that have just remained unchanged and ones that are the classic and they know how to play, and they start meshing with trying out new hero combinations that they haven't done before and finding some really interesting ways to play, because you know, having a pool of over 100 heroes, I think it's 107 at the moment in Dota, you're going to be seeing so many different pairings and combinations of skills that you haven't seen before.
Absolutely. And
10 seconds to
and
go.
it's just getting kind of more even, and you know,
Radiant's pick.
as a caster, it's just even harder to kind of predict what's going on, and that's really excellent. That means that anything is possible and everything is going to be seen, and that's really cool.
Dragon Knight.
Yeah, and you look 2 patches ago at the 6.80 patch, and you could just tell that there was going to be a Lifestealer ban or a Lifestealer pickup 100%. There was going to be an Alk ban or pickup.
Naga ban or
because, you know,
pickup,
Alk
yeah.
farming at that. Yeah, it was so easy to predict, but now we're seeing such huge diversity in the pool, and like right here, Dragon Knight mid paired with a Juggernaut, generally not seen very often. So we're going to see most likely a Dragon Knight mid. We're going to see a
10
Viper
seconds
in
to
the
go.
probably safe lane farming, and then we're going to see an aggressive tri lane running with the Juggernaut, the
seconds.
AA, and the Lion.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I'm not really sure what's going to be going on with the Entrust
Reserve
Toto
time.
lanes. Probably, I'm thinking possibly a Slark mid, or a Mirana mid, but you never know. It could even be Meepo. I have seen Meepo mid before, so, and it is Dragon Knight too. So, you know, Meepo would do alright against Dragon Knight, but so would
Yeah,
so would
and-
Mirana. You know, so.
I think Meepo kind of needs that protection though early in the game, and we see the Mirana and Bane pickup, which is a really popular support duo to be roaming around and ganking. The Nightmare into the Arrow really secures that long stun and that huge amount of damage. So I think at the moment we're going to be seeing a mid pickup. The Lazy Pandas seem to think that there's going to be an offlane pickup and they're going to have a Slark
10
mid,
seconds to
but
go.
Slark could be a solo offlane hero here.
Oh wow! And here's another one.
Rat
there.
Rider pickup, okay.
Very cool. So another bit of an old school player. We don't see it too much. He has had an increase in the recent patch, so his right click's a little bit stronger now, and that gives him a little bit better presence mid and in lane too. So he could be off lane, he could be jungle, or he could be mid. Another versatile player, character.
Yeah. So we still have no idea what Interest in Toto is going to be running in terms of their lane setup. I think we're pretty confident that we have Lazy Pandas all sorted out and ready. I think we're going to see a really quick mech rush on Viper. And we're going to... Juggernaut's just going to try and feed off heroes in lane, because once he gets a couple of early kills, hopefully first blood, we'll see him snowball out of control. And looking at the Lion stun, like if you get an AA cold feet and then a Lion stun to follow up, that cold feet's going to go off, and Juggernaut's just going to get a battle spin.
Yeah. So that's really
happening
dangerous.
And just going to deal so much Blade free.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a really dangerous lane that we'll have to keep an eye on. Definitely a kill lane, probably aggressive try lane. And the other thing with the ITIT is they've kind of got a whole heap of single target spells. Mirana, Bane, Lasso from Batrider, Slark's all mainly single target, and then, well, Meepo's got both, but maybe they're going to use that. Maybe their plan is to do a lot of ganking, really get Mirana and Bane out roaming, and then as soon as Bat's got a blink, I'm sure he'll be out there too. So I actually think it's going to be a Meepo, Mirana, Bane, tri-lane, Slark off lane, Batrider mid. That's what I'm going for.
I think that is... Yep. I think that's going to be exactly what it is. Safe lane farming Meepo, off lane Slark solo, and he's going to be against a solo Viper. So he's going to get a little bit of... He's going to lose the lane, but not by a lot, and he's just going to be able to sap XP and get his level 6 nice and quickly.
You might see maybe the Batrider has then chosen to go against the Viper. That might be the idea, because he's got the escape and he's equally got slows and dots and stuff. So he might not be a bad counter.
He
for
does.
The Viper.
The downside is, though, that his range is really, really low. It's close to melee range, so Viper's going to have the range advantage on him. So there's going to be more damage coming the way of Batrider from Viper, and Viper's going to be able to win that lane, I think, a little bit harder than he would against a Slark. I think Slark's probably a better matchup for this, even though he is a melee hero. I think a Batrider mid would wreck DK. I think DK is going to have a hard time mid against a Batrider.
Yeah, but DK's tough. He's one tough little nugget.
Well, while we're paused and we're waiting for Purple to join up, may as well let you guys know let you guys know who's playing who. So we have ESSP Esp here on the line. We've got Nope running on the Jug, the most likely off-lane aggressive tri-lane Jug. We've got Boise on the Viper, who's most likely going to be on safe lane farming. We have hi there Mark on the Dragon Knight mid, reference to the terrible but memorable The Room movie. And then we have finally on the hits on still Lester Piggy's hero, and the last hero that we had was the AA, so hits on the AA.
Alright, and on the Dire side, we're going to have, so it looks like Toto on the Batrider, Rick P. the Boars on Mirana, 100k on Bane, John Tra? Hopefully John Travolta, on Slark, and Lizard on Meepo.
Yeah, John Tra.
So it's probably John Travolta. He's
definitely John Travolta.
Yeah, busy fellow. So, and I heard he loves Dota, and so we're definitely guaranteeing that John Travolta's playing now.
I wonder what did you see the Oscars with John Travolta absolutely screwing up the names?
No, I did not. I was probably thinking about Dota.
So there's a huge meme now where you can Travoltify your name. So not only your name, I wonder what Travoltifying Dota 2 would come up as. It's a big meme happening right now.
So, on the dire side, I'm pretty sure we've got a 0 chance of an early Rosh, unfortunately, because that's always a fun little strategy that we like to see. Looks like it's just going to be all pretty standy. Still waiting for a couple of reconnects on LP's side, so we're still waiting for Viper and for hits, wasn't it? Yeah, hits. Boise and hits we're waiting for. So maybe just a little bit of it could be server problems or connection problems, but I'm sure it'll get underway very soon.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a connection issue with Toto, and it seems that the connection issue has now moved over to the side of the Pandas. So hopefully these guys will be back online soon. So in terms of builds, I think usually you go a mech on the Meepo just to help with survivability of all your little men. But I don't know if this is going to be effective against an AA. Whether you go the mech on someone else. Like maybe the Bat Rider, or I don't know who else you would put it on though.
It's a good point. I think Meepo would love to have it still. It's going to save his life multiple times if he can have it. Just getting a little bit of extra HP to one of his Meepos or something like that. So I think he will be the one to pick it up. I know AA is going to be spamming with his ulti, but that's just what they're just going to have to deal with that. It's part of the deal. A little bit of trash talk going on between the players. All
yep.
fun-natured trash talk. Everyone's having a bit of fun. And that's
we're
what
trying to communicate with all our watchers on Twitch and on Dota TV as well. Oh, don't encourage them, Rock.
Yeah.
What have I said? Jeez, it's just gonna make it worse.
So there we go. We had a few of the players trying to get the casters to join in, so everyone's having a lot of fun here. Oh man, I'm really excited about this league. The quality of play that we're seeing, and the enthusiasm from the entire community is just excellent. Really, we're really excited to be a part of it too. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to be had.
The fact that they have this open to amateur teams to join both in Europe and North America, it's a great chance for people who haven't entered the professional scene but really want to make it their career. It's a great chance to actually get some competitive play and testing out your team's capabilities versus other amateur teams that are really aspiring to the same sort of profession that you are. And while esports is still pretty small in places like Australia here for us, and Africa and South America as well, it's starting to really take off in North America, and it's huge already in places like Korea and China. So yeah, I think it's definitely a viable career
South America
for many people to have.
And like Europe, the Europeans love their e-games. America's really coming online.
Yeah, one of our tournaments that we're casting for is a South American tournament. So, we'll be casting here on AD2L as well as SDL for the South American casting. So it's definitely happening. I think it's kind of small like it is here in Australia, where you're kind of limited by your terrible internet connection. Whereas places like North America, Europe, and China and the Asian sort of area has really high-speed internet connections and allows for much better online presence and competitive play.
Yeah, that's right. It really encourages the entire community, and they've had a very strong gaming community for the last 20 years or 15 years. So, the rest of the world really does look to Asia sometimes just to see how it's done. Some of their tournaments are just really kicking it, and some of their teams are just, they do have some of the top teams in the world by far. And that's the exciting thing about Dota 2 is that these top teams are spread out internationally. We don't have a dominant culture or country or even team at the moment. We've got great Russian teams, great European teams, and great Asian teams, and hopefully great Australian teams one day.
Yeah, well, the closest thing that we've had one professional team enter a tournament in the Oceania region, and they didn't even win. So um, we definitely need a bit more of a presence there, and that's part of what we're doing here at Four States. Like, we want to really bring the esports sort of world and competitive gaming scene into the limelight, so that you can start having these dedicated gaming channels like you have in China and in Korea. Like, they have 3 channels dedicated purely to gaming, and they're StarCraft 2 and Dota 2 players are treated like royalty. They're like our the equivalent of our AFL and cricket team here.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, no, we're absolutely doing this just for the love of the game. I don't know if people realise this, but we all got up at 4:30 or something to cast these games. 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So we're doing it just for the fun of it. And we're really just trying to get people into it, because there's so much to gain from, you know, esports and Dota especially, and that image of these sports is totally changing, and it's, you know, the respect is coming, and the appreciation for what these amazingly skillful people can do.
Yeah, and when the new generation sort of comes in to sort of being the adults of this world and creating businesses and entertainment of their own, it's going to be starting to the stage where, you know, you have your current generation, or your current sort of senior generation, that are running all the entertainment and the TV stations, and that's just like, oh yeah, Australians, they want sport, they want physical sport, you know, the stuff where you run around, the Olympics, all that sort of stuff. And then you can have this new generation of people that have grown up with gaming, and they're gonna know that, you know, kids are just gonna get more and more into gaming, and you're gonna start to get a real following with that sort of competitive gaming environment, and it's going to be a legitimate sport.
Absolutely.
In just a few years, like 20 max, but I'm thinking the next 5 to 10.
Oh look, I couldn't agree more. And Australia is definitely, you know, just poised, ready to take on esports, because the sporting culture is, you know, really key to Australians and Australian culture. But secondly, the sophistication of the technology and the game design is, I think, bringing more people into it, because people are starting to realise that it's more than just a bit of fun and games now. You know, there's real skills to be learned. There's, you know, a whole
Real
bunch of brain
strategizing.
development that's
a big thing.
What's that, sorry?
Real strategy is involved now. It's strategy is kind of just, it's a huge part of gaming now, and having that split-second decision-making is really really tantamount to actually gaming and being effective in a competitive scene. You have to react just like that. I don't know if you heard, but I just clicked my fingers.
Yeah, great. Good music skills there. No, it's true. Absolutely right. As I was saying before, people are starting to, like, even neuroanatomists and scientists and stuff are starting to realise that a whole lot is going on cognitively when people play these games to a high level, and just any level. And yeah, it's a reaction time, decision choices, problem solving, strategy, testing your memory. There is a lot going on, and it's no longer just seen as a bit of a, you know, a bit of a waffle play around. Now it's serious stuff.
Yeah, like even when games first came out, you had the arcade games that, you know, there were these single people that would be just absolute gods at a certain game, at a certain arcade machine, and they'd jump on and they'd be able to just clock it from start to finish. And they get an audience of people watching, and it's progressed now where this audience is now electronic. You can stream, you can watch through Twitch, you can watch on YouTube, and there's so many ways now that you can access these tournaments without leaving your home and versing people internationally. You can verse people from another country in a competitive format without having to leave your own home.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And but you know, I hope for the day when people do want to leave their home to see Dota, and when people want to actually go and watch the people in real life play. You know, it's got both.
And it's such a great environment.
Yeah, absolutely. One day, hopefully, you never know, you might even see us at TI4 this year. Who knows?
Oh man, that'd be so good. Hey guys, anyone out there who has a couple of spare TI4 tickets, send them our way. Four States
Absolutely.
casting, do it.
We'll swap you. We'll swap you anything Australia can offer. You can have all the bananas and mangoes you want.
Is that all we got? We got bananas and mangoes? That's it?
Bananas, mangoes, and cricket players. No. I fib. Australia's awesome.
Yeah.
Come check us out. So poor old LP's still having trouble, and I think we might have had a bit of trouble with maybe a stand-in. So unfortunately, it looks like they've had connection troubles. They've tried to get someone to stand in, and he's had trouble too, I think. So a bit of a big pause now. I'm not sure what's happening. That we'll probably decide very soon if they're going to can the game. So as you can
Alright,
see,
so ETA, 2 minutes.
quite a bit of chat going on between the players and trying to work out where Mr. Hits is. He's not hitsing his deadline, that's for sure.
Oh my god. Can I just go back in time and pretend that you never said that?
Oh, you
Ever?
can go back in time and relish the moment where I made Comedy Genius.
If that's what you call it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, champagne
So
comedy
I
here
don't
on Four
think
States
there's
Casting.
even been any items. Yeah. So I'm trying to like see if we can chat about their starting items. But all we're seeing so far is Toto was quick on the buy button, getting that stout shield, but that's about it.
Yeah, no, there's really not too much
That's
to
all
go
we've
into.
got.
As you can see, Slark's got nothing. Really going to
Stout
struggle in
shield.
lane with that one.
Man, Bat Rider, he's 20% block chance. He he's going to be blocking those rack clicks.
So, poor old Mr. Hits. Come on, AA. We talked you up, buddy. We wanted to see the anti-heal.
You got to follow through now.
Oh,
You've been praised.
Do you know how many listeners in Australia are hanging on this? I'd say at least 4.
I would say, hey, add a 10 to that. 14.
Solid.
Yep. We're looking at I just had a quick look at our Twitch channel, and we got 14 people checking us out here. Not sure how many on Dota TV actually watching in game, but Twitch is a definite good thing to go by. And
Absolutely.
we've got a little bit of chat on the Twitch as well.
Ooh, there we go. Big hello to everyone on Twitch. So yeah, we just apologise again. I think we might be getting a remake on this. So they have had a few connection problems, and they've been really considering, tried to pause it out, but it looks like they're going to try and find an alternate solution now. Maybe a different stand-in. Maybe maybe they try and restart, see if they can get the connection working.
We might have to remake the lobby, and because it seems that they're going to get a stand-in instead.
Okay. Well, look, we'll say goodbye then, because I think we're going to close this one, and hopefully we'll be right back to cast this game, which is between LP and ITIT. So, thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll catch you very soon.
Yeah, we'll be getting this back up and running very soon, so make sure you stick around.
Slug.
Hey guys, welcome back to the AD2L Season 3. This is the second matchup between Intrust, Toto, and Lazy Pandas. We've already been through the draft, so these guys know exactly what they're going. And we're going to be seeing a nice and quick all-pick pick for these guys, so we don't have to go through the draft again. So we're just waiting for the final pick from ITIT, and that's going to be a... what do we see there? Offline, a Meepo for ITIT. And then we're going to be getting straight in game and making sure there's no more delays on the side of either team. All we need is last pick up. There we go.
Sorry about that, Bo. I think I might have had microphone issues there, buddy. But I'm back.
Oh, that was a little bit up. We're all good.
So, g'day everyone. Great to be back in this game. They've started it straight off, and let's get straight into it and try and work out what these lanes are.
Yeah, so we have Boise on Viper. Again, just introducing these guys. So Lazy Pandas, Boise on Viper. We've got Esp on the Lion. We've got Oh Hi There Mark on DK, most likely head mid. We have Subscape on the stand-in on AA, and we've got Nope. We've got Nope on the Juggernaut.
Okay, and
Do you want to introduce the Dire there?
Yes, I will. I've also got Silk in the background, one of our little Smurfs, caster Smurfs, trying to get me to change something on the feed, but I'm going to introduce these guys anyway. So, on the Dire side, we've got 100 KR on the Bane, we've got Lizard on the Meepo, and we've also got, what do we call it? Rice Meatballs on the Rana. Mid lane, we're going to have the Slark. Okay, so they are going to go that tri lane that we talked about, and Slark's going to be mid lane. And that means it's going to be the Bat Rider off lane, and he's fighting for this double damage, and he's managed to pick it up. So great rune control first off there. That's going to help him in that solo lane for him.
So we have the aggressive, the defensive tri lane with the Bane and lost against a Bat Rider, but he's probably going to win this lineup here, or this matchup, I should say, against this Slark. And if I'm this Bat Rider, I do not want to be in this lane with a Juggernaut, an AA, and a Lion.
Goodness no.
That is just set for some deaths.
He's going to have to play very safe, and he's probably going to get his flame break up. Actually, as you can see, he hasn't leveled yet, so he is keeping it. Oh, there we go. He's gone for flame break straight up. Yep. So, good call there. Flame
Just
break,
that
easy escape.
As opposed. Yeah.
And looks like we've got a little bit of a farming Meepo over here, and he's just trying to get the jungle creep and also his lane creep.
Nope.
Oh, sorry, Viper's trying to get a bit of the lane creep there.
The stun coming out the way of DK, but no tower love on this Slark. Stealing some stats.
And it looks like Toto's doing
Now
right
sending
down
this
bottom
Viper as a solo offlane, he is in a lot of trouble now. He's going to drop here for first blood.
Snap. So was that a net into arrow
Towers in bad shape.
initiation there?
That was a nightmare into arrow, yeah.
Nightmare into arrow. Okay. So I was wondering maybe that net is also for that reason, for that trio combo. You know, net, nightmare, and arrow. That's a lot of lockdown.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Yeah, Meepo didn't even need to use the net.
Well, that's very good for him. So getting off to a good start there. A little bit of XP.
Radiant's top tower's taking hits.
It might have been that he leveled up Poo first instead of net, and just relied on the nightmare and the arrow to keep him in place while he dealt a bit of damage with that Poof. So we
bonus.
see Batrider's probably going to go down here. He gets frozen in place, and one more right click from Lion's going to finish him off. So the carry didn't get the kill for that. Lion got the last hit, but it's still a death in lane. So now they're 1 for 2, which we saw. There was a rotation from Viper that killed off. Who did it kill off? Oh, the Bane. Sorry, got a second kill on the Viper.
Really? So poor old Viper.
Oh, one kill on Viper. Sorry, DK.
Radiant's mid tower could use
Okay,
a
and
hand.
as you can see, still a lot of
Sorry, I
action
missed that,
going
guys.
mid as well.
Yeah.
And Viper just goes
So
down
DK's
again.
actually gone down here.
So Meepo is causing trouble over the place. He just Meepo'd one of his guys from mid up to top, and they've just taken out Viper again. So, as we said, wondering if these picks were for certain players, and obviously it looks like this that Lizard's a killer Meepo player. He's doing a good job so far. Starts going for AA.
And yeah, AA is going to go down here as well.
Wow. So
This is a bad start for Lazy Pandas. Having the Meepo being able to get so many levels, I really think that they should have sent a Viper into the solo safe lane to go up against this Batrider and really contested this tri lane with the Jug.
yeah, look, I think that might have been a little bit better use. So now they've just got kind of Jug
Guy's
and
mid tower won't
Batrider
last
are
much
soloing
longer.
against each other. So maybe Batrider's got a little bit better of that bargain. Hopefully, maybe they can get it claw back a little bit right now. But yeah, definitely a lot of kills
Guy's
going the way
mid
of
tower could use a little
Interest
help.
and Toto, and a lot of movement too. So as you can see, there's just supports all over the map. Meepo's all over the map. One's going back to base, one's staying ready to farm, and they're stacking camps too. So yeah, doing really well. In trust in Toto.
Yeah, and IT just seem to have their game together and functioning really well as a team here in the early game stage. Not to say that, Lazy Pandas are out of this, by no means, because we see now Slark going down to the Lion rotation mid, and Lion's still getting the last hit here, so Lion's sitting on 2 kills and getting all of the farm from his carries.
It's okay. Get your Scepter Lion. Go get it, buddy.
Yeah.
We want to see multi-zaps.
Get Scepter.
Oh, it looks like Viper might be in a little bit of trouble again. Yet the Nightmare's out on top. Net's coming down to secure the kill, and now the arrow has come in. It's going to sit back and wail on poor Viper now.
Right click. Easy.
Great at burials.
So, proving to be a
Viper
really
needs
tricky...
to rotate out.
Yeah, they really need to get him out. Maybe
he
even put
needs to get
Juggernaut
out
up there
because
so he
if
can,
he's
at least spin
Yeah.
out and have a little bit more magic immunity because... or even Batrider, because at the moment Viper's just got no escape and ITIT has just got all lockdown.
Top is missing.
Now we've got a Meepo
we
rotation.
really need to see rotation here.
Yeah. Now I really like what Lizard's doing with this Meepo character. He's got one that's farming, he's got one that's scouting, controlling runes, helping out mid.
Regeneration.
Really
Radiant's top
impressive play.
tower's hurting.
And what's more, he's
Top is
destroying
missing.
these stacks so early on. I've already seen him smash 2 or 3 big stacks, so getting off to a really good start.
So he's obviously really comfortable with this hero, and he's going to be able to get his farm up in absolutely no time at all. He's probably going to go for a Blink Dagger, I feel, just for that initiation aspect.
Radiant's top tower's in bad
Yeah,
shape.
Always see
could be
he's
that, or
going
we
to get
could see
caught
a shadow
in the
We go
yeah.
first tower down.
And Slark having to turn around here, still gets frozen in place, and now Spin might take him out. Yeah, he's got the AoE stun from Lion, and that really was a great turnaround that what could have ended really badly for
Radiant's
Viper.
bottom tower's seen better days.
Oh, good job, but in the return, ITIT did get the tower top, so
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
action on both sides, and both sides using, the map efficiently.
And that's a really early tower. 7-minute tier 1, especially against a Dragon Knight, who's going to have that early pushing potential once he hits level 6. which he already has, so he should be starting to pressure and deal damage to this middle tower once he gets a little bit of mana and refills his bottle.
Yeah, look, right now I feel that maybe Lazy Pandas have just been a little bit too passive, because you've got a couple of characters on the outside that you just really don't want getting a roll or getting off, and they've let Mirana stay up top to solo to get EXP in the farm. They've let Meepo to farm the jungle too, and he's just stacking like a madman.
Dragon Knight's gonna die. That was just so keen, way too keen. Dragon Knight being... Wait,
Radiant's
didn't Dragon Knight die?
towers.
Oh,
No.
Juggernaut, sorry.
Oh,
Juggernaut was way too keen. Yeah.
Yep, oh,
For some reason, I just saw...
Starks going online, looks like he's in trouble, yep, that's that. And that was a nice big kill too, because there's a lot of money on the line.
I'm glitching out because I just saw Juggernaut die, and then Lion is now dead.
Yeah, you might be lagging a little bit. What happened there was Juggernaut died up top, Lion was coming down and caught beside tower, and there was a Dragon Knight stun, I think, and they could kill him beside the tower.
Yeah, that was really odd for me because I saw Dragon Knight die top, and then I saw Juggernaut die mid, except it was Juggernaut that died top and Lion that died mid. It's so weird.
Now, as you can see, ITIT trying
Radiant's
to
mid-tower's
really
coming apart.
consolidate the kind of momentum and a little bit of the snowball that they've got so far. They've got some really nice aggressive wards mid, so 2 observers really protecting Slark mid, and also showing possibly for a courier snipe off, or just to wrap around and try and get a gank, maybe on this Lion or whatever. So as you can see, mid lane really well warded there, and Meepo is still just going crazy on these huge stacks. You know, he's sitting on level 6, and what type of farms he got? Oh, he's got a lot of money.
Morana is way out in front in farm.
Yeah, but Meepo's saving up for a lot of money too, so I'm not sure what he's going to get. He could already get the Blink Dagger if he wanted, and he hasn't gone for it, so he might be going something tanky, maybe a BKB or something, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but Morana sitting out on 4 grand, and she's almost 1,000 ahead of the nearest person, which is the Bat Rider in net worth.
Yeah, and she's got that Midas too, so she's going to continue that advantage and that increase of EXP of everyone. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about before. You know, they let her sit up there. Now they were doing well in the tri lane, but as soon as they left and everyone started rotating, no one really did anything about Meepo or Morana, and you know, she's just going to get richer and richer now with this early Midas that she's got.
Yeah, and what's even worse for LP or Lazy Pandas is that Blink Dagger is now up on the Bat Rider, so he has a chance to initiate on whoever he wants.
Oh, and looks like one of the Meepos could be in trouble.
Hex coming out. Meepo is in trouble.
He
Down
tried
goes.
to teleport one of his Meepos in, but didn't help and ended up going down.
Yeah. And that was a good rotation, but I think they're going to answer with a gank of their own. Oh, TP cancel with the Juggernaut, and he's going to cast ult. Unfortunately, a couple of creeps are going to take a slash or 2 away.
Ooh,
Ulti out from the line, doesn't kill. He really needs to finish this off.
Oh, unlucky.
No mana on the side of Lion though, so no done. Good leap, and very lucky for the Bane.
And they're still hanging around. See, the really good players can sit around on a little bit of HP and still be really helpful to their team. But this Meepo's popped straight
In
back.
comes the Blink Dagger. Meepo takes him out. Net on the Juggernaut, and Juggernaut's going to go down. That was great initiation, or counter initiation from that Meepo, picking up that Blink Dagger.
And like that's where they're going. They've got 2 Blink Daggers now, one on Bat Rider, one on Meepo, and also the Mirana can initiate too. So they've gone for these kind of solo heroes and these single target heroes, but they're getting the kills early. You know,
Yeah, 11 to 5 in 12 minutes in. That is just terrifying. And Lazy Pandas at this stage, they'll be just wondering how they're gonna claw this back.
Yeah, that's right.
AA ult coming out, it's not gonna hit. It's not gonna take out the Slark. And now Viper's probably gonna go down.
Well, Viper takes a big arrow, but managed to get away. And Juggernaut came in there just to help maybe protect him a little bit. But 3 on 3 up here, isn't it? So
We're going to see a blink and initiation with the Bat Rider very soon, I feel.
Here we go, this Slark wants a piece. AA ulti will be back up very soon in 8 seconds, so he's going to be dangerous again. Looks like not too much happening. Everyone's using their escapes well.
Dragon Knight goes down again.
Oh, wow. So, a bit of action mid. This Meepo tearing it up. Oh my goodness. Just absolutely
5 kill,
huge.
1 death.
Mid-towers getting banged up.
And that's exactly what you don't want on your Meepo if you're on the other side.
Yeah.
He's such a snowball
And
hero.
Bane is sitting.
Radiant's mid-towers coming apart.
Miranda might go down here.
Yeah, she should definitely go
The AA
down.
ult's going to take her out with that frozen. And Jug gets a little bit of XP, which is nice. But Bane has been involved in 8 of their 12 kills.
Well, Dragon Knight's teleported back in on
Bane has
Meepo,
been
and he's gone with the
incredibly
Dragon
effective.
Tail and the Flame. Meepo's got 1 out. Can he get 2 out?
Radiant's mid-towers in trouble.
Yeah. Too strong.
He's trying to get this net on the Dragon Knight. Oh.
Wow.
In comes the
What
second Meepo.
awesome.
He stuns 1, but that is not enough.
This is just fantastic control by this lizard.
Another net.
He is bringing Meepos in and
Amazing
out.
play.
It's as if he's got a Doctor Who TARDIS just sitting there and he's just teleporting people in at wish.
Radiant's bottom
It's just
tower
ridiculous.
ain't a pretty sight right now.
That's almost
AA manages to take out the Slark, but Jug's going to go down, but not before he takes out the Bat Rider with his spins. Rana's going to arrow AA, and now he is in a bad spot. He's got no mana. He's going to go down to this farming Rana.
Yeah, and massive burst damage. You've got the sap there, you've got the arrow there, and the starfall. It's just huge damage. And once again, this Mirana also been played to really, really good effect. We saw a great Mirana last game.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's
got
bottom
very
tower.
strong, had Deathslade and everything, and it'll be interesting to see where she goes. What do you think her next item pickup will be? I think she's going to go for Mithril Hammer building
Radiant's
into
bottom
Deathslade.
tower. Radiant's bottom tower's done for.
Yeah, Deso might be a decent pickup. We might see I think Deso and then into a Mantle would be a good pickup, but an interesting, great pickup for the Meepo. He's gone Dagon. We have a Dagon
really?
Meepo.
Even more kill potential.
Yeah.
He's just trying to make his presence known now. This is really scary. There's going to be no one that can. He's basically
And I think he has just that confidence now.
Yeah. He's forcing the other team to basically team up early now because they just can't handle getting on with it.
Great AA ult. That's probably going to drop the Bat Rider, if he's lucky. Or if he's incredibly unlucky, not going to.
That was 1 for 1 again. So Toto
And now
really,
they're still sitting on the back foot, just trying to farm.
yeah, they don't really know what to do. They're kind of now they're forced into the strategy that ITIT has placed on them. Unfortunately, they can't really play their own game. They can't really sit back and farm. Oh, Meepo goes down top lane to Juggernaut. Beautiful spin, mate.
I think that was a little bit of a misclick from the Meepo. I think he was trying to send back his low health one, and unfortunately sent it to the chasing Meepo that was going after the lion.
Oh, lucky. That's what
And
you
here comes
expect
another
that to
net
be.
into the arrow, and
Oh, here we go. Another big AA ulti. Smashing. Mixed in with the Juggernaut ulti
Juggernaut
as well,
does what he can, but
not
he's
enough.
in a lot of trouble. No, down goes the Viper as well as the Dragon Knight, and at this stage, that's 2 of their main carries going down. And we see a blink in. We have a 3rd blink on the side of ITIT. Bang, coming with the ult. He's going to die though. Couple of right clicks.
Nice work there by Lion, saving Slark and AA and getting the kill. Bane was just a little bit too greedy there.
Rest of my kind.
Wow, there you see it.
The
That was
Lion
a
is
blink
currently stuck.
net Dagon. Alright, on Juggernaut, removing his ability to live, breathe, and exist on this earth. Oh my
I think that's sort of
goodness
the aim of this game, I feel.
I tell you what AA is doing his best. He's just throwing ultis out everywhere. but this little Meepo army is just
The second it
terrifying.
comes off cooldown, he's sending it towards that group, and he's hitting a lot of them with his ulti, but it's just not enough. I think it's only a level 1 ulti at the moment, yeah, and so he really needs level 11 to extend that period that they're going to be without that regen, as well as increase that damage.
And it's looking a bit scary for LP now. They're getting pulled out from behind their towers by a beautiful lasso by Batrider, but I think he's going to get away. They couldn't finish it off.
And Viper gets stunned. Juggernaut's doing what he can.
Oh, now they're turning on Slark. But I think with the
Radiant's
Priest of the
mid-tower's
Moon
coming
ulti,
apart.
they're all going to get away. Now, if you look over here, I think... Was it Bane who's just picked up the double damage? No, there was double damage here, so someone would have picked it up.
Meepo's picked up the double damage.
Okay.
And every single Meepo gets that double damage, not just the one that picks it up.
So, great rune control. Look at all these aggressive wards
Radiant's
that
mid-towers
ITIT
get
have got up. They're really looking to keep LP in their
They're
base
just
now.
mucking around.
Oh, I think they're...
Look at 4 wards.
That's... Oh, wow. That's just rubbing it in.
You wanted out of here, didn't you?
Yeah. It's a ridiculous amount. They're just mucking around now. They're toying with them. 11 kills to 22 with that blink on 3 of their heroes.
Oh, and lasso on Viper. Big damage coming in on the...
Oh, and Slark's
on the
going to go
Slark.
down,
Slark's
though.
gone down,
Pulls
yeah.
out the ulti with Bane. Manages to just kill him before he kills the Dragon Knight, but Dragon Knight's still going to go down. They're going to back out, losing 3 for 2 with the Slark and the Bane going down.
Unfortunately, the big hitters are still out, though. The Meepo, the Mirana, and the Batrider too, so... You know.
Yeah, and ITIT taking out 2 of the cores for Lazy Pandas. Lazy Panda, all they have left is the Jug at this point.
Big arrow. Nice touch by Lion.
Some very nice arrows being thrown from this Mirana here. She's been very impressive this game. So yeah,
Now, and as you can see also...
Rick the Brawler. No, Rick was.
I'll just draw your attention. Now, Meepo's sitting on level 15, right? He's farming both top and bottom lanes. And just soaking up the EXP. And he's just really, really shooting off. Now, he's gotten away, luckily. He's in a bit of trouble, but Slark's come in to help, and now he's got the full brunt of everything. Dragon tails, cold feet,
and
everything.
Meepo's just like, nope. I don't want to do that, but now Mirana throws in an arrow. Out comes the Dagon. Immediately blows up AA. And with that
Meepo,
spin,
then,
and
bit of a bad choice there. I think he came in to do his combo, and he did get AA, but he teleported straight in on top of Juggernaut. All Lion had to do was stun him, and Juggernaut just had to sit there spinning. So, maybe a bit too confident there.
nice arrow again from the Mirana. And Dragonite's going to go down yet again, losing all of his mid momentum that he had gained.
Yeah, it's looking really rough now with LP. They're trying their best. They're trying to protect these towers, but they get the feeling that the other team's just snowballing, just getting away from them. And, now's a hard time to exist in. You don't know what to do. You got to play safe yet play courageously. It's very hard trying to come back from such a dominant start to the game by ITIT.
Yeah, and if you look at the carry potential, they have so much more carry late game. ITIT have so much more carry late in the game. So dominating this early really just solidifies their win because they've got the Mirana farming, they have the Slark, and they have the Meepo, all of which can become pretty scary. Meepo generally when he has that level lead, but still.
Yeah, and they managed to really stall some of these key players too. So Jugs is still struggling to get his Zags. He's only halfway through his Zags. A little bit more than halfway. Oh, here we go. That was Slark going down to Dragon Knight.
He comes onto the high ground.
Big lasso there by Batrider. Bane comes in with the Nightmare.
Dragon Knight just gets absolutely blown up, and these guys are just going to turn and hightail it because now there's They are only the Slarks down. We see the AAL come in, get the Meepos, but Jug really needs to focus these guys down. He ultis and gets, oh, the RNG on that. He hit the single Meepo like 4 times. That was incredibly lucky on his behalf.
Very
RNG
much
gods
so,
are on his side. Viper eats another arrow in the face.
Wow, you're very lucky there because the other two heroes who had a lot more health didn't pop any of the Omni Slashes. So Juggernaut lucky, but you know, he made it happen. But he's going to have to run now. He's spinning out, trying to get away from the lasso. Viper in there, that help.
He was a little greedy trying to stick around for that. And Viper eats yet another arrow. That's 3 arrows in the span of a minute and a half that Viper has taken in the face. He is not having a good time.
Oh man,
Spark's going to tether this AA. There is nothing that can be done. Juggernaut, oh, gets the Slark, almost manages to kill him.
It's Slark with that
And
annoying
and
ulti.
yet another arrow. It's going to be his death. Yeah.
Just completely regenning it. And as you can see, they're picking up a few heroes now and really like not taking too much damage themselves and not even losing
Dire's
characters.
top
So
tower's getting beat down.
it's yeah, looking a bit rough here for Lost Pandas, unfortunately.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Yep. Lazy Pandas are in dire straits right now.
Poor old Dragonite, so he snapped. Trying what he can, trying to do a bit of damage, but he just can't do anything against all 3 of these main units.
Dire's top tower. You know the drill.
There's a tether, there's a net, there's just no way he's going to be getting out of that. He has no escape tools, no way to get out of this. He's really just, he has to be aggressive and he has to try and just man fight his way out of this. And when he's up against 3, he just can't do it.
Otherwise, get this beep up top. Just farming away, pushing lanes. Just being so useful, just such a strong utility player.
And we saw earlier in the professional tournament that's been running starting last week, Dream League, there was actually a support Meepo being picked up by No Tail for Fnatic, which was a really interesting choice.
Oh wow!
For a professional match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Meepo's becoming viable even in the pro scene now.
Pretty cool. It's good to see. Normally Meepo's kind of one of those throw out kind of muck around heroes, but he's definitely been playing with a lot more serious intent in this game. There was no mucking about. They had a plan for him, and he's been following that to a T.
Yeah, and we have Moonlight Shadow here as a huge gank that's going to be coming out from ITIT. They're just going to be jumping on this Dragonite.
No, they've decided
And
to go
the
for
AA. They don't want that ult being
That's
popped.
right. Still got it off though, so good job.
Now comes that rider.
So much lockdown.
Doug pops his ult. Almost gets Slark, but he's not going to be able to finish it off. Lion's going to go down. Doesn't manage to get anyone. Slark's sitting on such low health, he's not going to be able to get finished off. And Meepo is going to survive as well. That's 4 down. Now 5 with this Viper. And that's an ultra kill going the way of Meepo. Amazing, amazing plays by Lizard here. His Meepo is just a terrifying thing to behold. And that's 4 out of 5 heroes down to this Meepo. Some nice items for the watchers here on Dota TV. Being able to get some multi-kill items.
Good on them. Lucky them. A couple of rares maybe. Yeah, look, I think it's really impressive. They, as I said, they had a plan that stuck to it, and he's obviously got the skills to pay the bills too. Like for anyone watching, I'm not the biggest Meepo player myself, so I'm learning just what he can actually do and how versatile this character can be. And you know, it's just going to open up so many different combinations. You know, he's got that element of global presence. He's got that element of, you know, lockdown and massive damage. So we can really see some really interesting things from Meepo. Maybe bio Meepo. Teleport your Meepo in, bring all your other friends in.
And he's got his Ags just dropped off to him.
Oh, finally.
And all he did was send a Meepo straight back to base.
And it looks like he's got that Dagon max as well, so he's got the Dagon 5 as well as the Scepter, so just hugely massive. This guy's got his own gravitational pull. It's like...
Yeah, looking at XP per minute, Meepo's currently sitting on 880 XP per minute.
That's massive!
Which is massive.
Yeah, Jesus.
17 kills, 4 deaths, 4 assists, and he's not even leading in terms of net. Wait, that's wrong. My net worth is. What's your net worth say for Meepo?
Let's have a look. Old Meeps is sitting on. It says 264, but that can't be right.
Yeah, it's saying 340, 379 or something
Yeah,
for me, which is
it's
just
glitching
so
out.
low. No,
Yeah.
he,
Unless his. Nah, there's something going on there that we don't understand. But I tell you what, also
Yeah.
because it's such this dominant display here by Meeps, you can and Liz as well. Like this is the type of thing that people will be watching these early games for. And you know they played a big part early, and I'm sure you're going to see when you come up against IT, Meepo bans them, and maybe even just in general bans towards your multi-control heroes.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight.
yeah, and GG's been called by Viper. This is finishing it off. That was a huge team wipe for ITIT, and that just sealed the deal. This Meepo, too strong, just can't go up against someone like this. So amazing plays and MVP all the way going to the
Going to the Meepo, but you know what? Marana was punching with him for that MVP.
Thanks.
She was kicking some butt too.
she was working hard. The plays by Lizard was just incredible, and that was one of I would be confident to say one of the best Meepo plays that I've seen so far in competitive gaming.
Okay, look, I've just had a quick message from one of our boffins at 4 States. Good old Silk has been listening. He's told us that the items in your inventory and how much they cost, plus the gold you have, is the net worth. So that clearly wasn't working for Meepo then, but yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Cheers. So make sure you guys stick around. If you're watching on Twitch or Dota TV, you've been listening to 4 States Casting. Now, AD2L is going to be coming back in a few hours. We're going to have the North American League. This was the European League. This was Game 2 of ITIT versus LP. So make sure you guys stick around. Tune in a couple of hours. We're going to have a new streaming up. One, maybe 2 streams happening at once here, because we've got a couple of casters here in this great 4-state group. And we're going to have some North American Amateur Dota coming your way from AD2L Season 3 in just a short while.
Sweet.